Yo, it's the Life is Dope podcast. I'm your man, Graffiti.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Davey.
How you living, brother?
I'm doing awesome. We're here with the special Super Soul Sunday edition of Life is Dope.
My man's just combing his beard, though.
We're sitting outside in the serene environment.
Sundays be like. But check it out. If y'all hear birds chirping in nature and all that good old nice shit, it's because we outside chilling, man. We at Tetra Lounge. We at the Smoke Garden right now. Very, very, very dope. Very dope. Come check it out if you're in Denver. But what's up, bro? I feel like we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I just wanted to add as well. These are real birds. This isn't a bird track added to the podcast.
Yeah, there's no
like on the PGA Tour, how they add like the bird tracks.
Right.
Remember they got called out because some eclectic bird watchers were like, you know, those aren't the birds for that environment. That's not the type of bird.
Yeah, you gotta have hella time on your hands to know that the bird sounds was fake. But it wasn't golf. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Yeah, like what are you doing for real? But shit, man, I feel like we've been having a lot of cracking moments lately. Shouts to DJ Squizzy Taylor.
Oh yeah.
On our previous episode, I think my message has finally calmed down a little bit.
Yep.
This nigga had us hot. He came with the hot takes. If you missed that, please go listen to the last episode. Yeah. I don't want to relive it.
He was definitely wilding out.
Yeah, man. But shit, what's going on in the culture before we get to our guest?
You already know, it's tons of new music that has came out today, or not today, but just this past week.
Word.
Pusha T, A$AP Rocky.
Trace Chapman.
Oh, Trace Chapman, that's out.
Yeah, Trey AAA.
Trev Rich, The Prep.
Shit, man, there was a lot.
Table for One.
A lot of music drop. What you feeling?
Man, I gotta go through my phone now because I know I had a lot of them joined.
You could chime in, bro, before.
Oh, I know that that Brandyn Bordeaux album is out.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, Brandyn Bordeaux. Mm-hmm. What's up? Thanks to Life is Dope having me.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's introduce the guest, and he could chime in too, because I know he got a lot to say about the new music.
Let's do it.
So we got a very special guest outside the building today.
Yeah.
Man, so this has been a long time coming, bro.
Yes.
This is rare too. Like, this might be exclusive.
Oh yeah, it's most definitely an exclusive.
Okay.
I would say one of the original front runners of the new Colorado hip hop.
I agree.
Wow.
I wouldn't even just say hip hop.
Wow.
Colorado
just say the music
hip
scene.
hop.
Hip hop. Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah. I'll run with that.
One of the first ones that we've seen, like, from our generation get like a national spotlight.
Big facts. I would say one of the first ones we've seen I won't say our generation, but from this wave of artistry that came out of the city to actually not be afraid to reach out to different genres.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Y'all making me sound real old though.
I mean, you're talking about our generation, like this nigga sound like he been around since the 90s.
You ain't old because I ain't old.
Yeah, shit, we same age. But nah, man, let's make some noise for my man, Brandyn Bordeaux.
Hey.
What's up, guys? For real, thank y'all for having me, man. Graffiti and Davey Boy, we go back like four flats for real.
See,
like,
now you sound old.
Yeah, yeah.
Anytime you say we go back like four flats.
Yeah, I mean that's what came to the top of the head, so we just roll with it.
Yeah.
But like these guys has always been supportive, from graphics to apps. Like we had an app in like 2012. Like, you know what I mean? Like Davey Boy was the first like original music producer to send me music ever. I think I was like 18 when D-Boy was sending me tracks. I got tracks in my email from me and D-Boy working together.
Send me that shit so I can sell it.
Oh, I most definitely I got like 4 or 5 of them, man.
These already sold, but it's already out there.
It's already out.
Like, but D-Boy and Graffiti, they've been major supporters, and so for me to be able to come through here and bless the mic and be a part of the Life is Dope. Bless the gold mic. Let me say, there's gold mics here, guys. We're out here with gold mics, so it is what it is. You know, your mic's not gold. You got some work to do.
Straight like that.
So I'm glad to be here, and you know I'm ready to get it rolling. So let's get it popping.
Word up, man. So yeah, we finna get into the convo before we get more into your story. Like I said, chime in whenever.
Music,
album reviews.
How you feel about
let's say Pusha for last.
Okay.
I'm really rocking with that A$AP Rocky. It might just because I'm an A$AP Rocky fan.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people didn't like it, but
I think it is one of his better albums.
I agree. Off the first spin, I feel like it was made for stadiums. I can't wait to hear it live. Just a lot of the experimental instruments and sounds that he was going for. It's gonna sound dope.
And you can hear a lot of like, I would say, like legacy Houston hip hop in that. You can hear a little bit of Memphis hip hop in it.
Him and Skepta. What was that song? Was it Praise the Lord? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Where they came with the DMX flow. Y'all didn't catch that, but go listen to it.
That's what's up.
That's just fire.
I've always respected A$AP's grind, so it doesn't.
I think he's a trendsetter.
He's always been a trendsetter. He's always pushed it forward, sometimes a little too forward, but he's always got that place of as a front runner in creating the new sound. So that's somebody that I most definitely respect, and I think his album, I don't expect it to be nothing than what A$AP does.
Right.
Repping that Beast Coast though, so I'm a huge Beast Coast fan. So
Definitely.
That Zaytoven Trap Holiday, that's out.
I haven't heard it.
I checked it out. It's some classic Zaytoven in there. A lot of great features. T.I., Rick Ross, Yo Gotti, Gucci Mane.
So it's one of them albums where he just produced it, but it's like hella artists on it.
Yep.
Okay. You said it was Zay Holiday?
Trap Holiday.
Trap Holiday.
Trap Holiday.
Niggas, man.
To Holiday.
Call that shit the Holiday.
Holiday.
Gotta put the trap in there.
That's
though.
a vibe,
Just
though.
so you know.
Trap Holiday. Okay, I'll rock with it.
I'm gonna bump that too. Wasn't he just out here?
Yeah,
He was.
Yeah.
He was up there. That was cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Zaytoven for rocking with us. He had they put together like a producer networking event. Got to display some talent.
Word. Yeah.
Super dope.
Yeah. Man, what else? My man's Trace Chapman.
Yep.
I can't let y'all sleep on this album, man.
Yeah. Go listen to it right now. Go listen to it after the podcast.
Go listen to it Tuesday.
Listen to it
tomorrow.
Yeah, listen to it in about an hour.
Yeah, because right now it's not in storage right now. There was some difficulties going on with the mix.
Oh.
That engineer is fired.
Oh. Canceled.
No, that nigga told me to say that.
Oh.
But
I know how it
yeah,
goes.
man.
He had to get his files.
Yeah, but the album was hard, but it was like a few little parts on there. I was like, did they mean to do that? And I guess they didn't. So it'll be back up. So this drops Monday. It'll be back up tomorrow.
Okay.
So y'all go tune in that. But it's fire, man. Like,
Hey.
I'm really hyped about the music that's coming out of this city right now.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, you notice I didn't even say in local news or like Denver music. Like, this shit is just a fire album.
Yeah.
And like, niggas is dropping some good music. So we can't even just be like Denver shit. Like, this is fire shit.
Yeah, especially when you could just take people's music and just throw it on a playlist with, you know, the heavyweight artists that are out there, like your Drakes and your Kendricks.
Yeah. Shout
And
to
it
that.
fits right in. Yeah, I like Trace. Trace is an excellent performer.
Yeah.
That's I've seen him perform probably 3 or 4 times, and that's something that I look for. Not only just sonically listening to the evolution of our artists out here, but when I do get the opportunity to see them perform, Trace most definitely is somebody that I respect as a performer for
Good
sure.
segue, because we're gonna go ahead and break this news. Life is Dope. In the session, we'll be hosting Final Friday, right on Final Friday. That's June 29th.
Hey.
The headliner will be Trace Chapman.
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
And under him, we got Doobie Newton. And under him, we got J Trip.
Okay.
Connor Ray. Ralphie Sway. Jay Carey. Tyler Jerome. And my man's Vance Cook. If I'm missing anybody, my bad. But we just broke that shit. This shit's gonna be fire. So come rock with us, man. We're gonna
That's a
set up
crazy
outside
lineup.
Block party going in June 29th. Heard it here first. Boom.
There it is. And Trace Chapman's the headliner.
Headliner.
So
Killing
that's the
it.
cosign. Go. It's worth it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. So of course, that new Pusha.
BJ the Chicago Kid, his EP dropped.
That was fire.
I think that was last week.
So is Pusha up out of here, or how we feel about this?
I have one that y'all might not have heard.
What's
Not to segue Pusha. I did hear the Playboy Cardi album last week that came out.
It's good.
And that album,
I think it was better than his first one.
yes, I don't know, for the youngsters, I think that out of that whole sound that's coming out, like, I think that album most definitely
damn, I rock with Cardi too, but like, man, so much music comes out like
every
gotta,
day.
Like, digest
you
this
have
shit
a
in pieces, man.
You have a week.
Yeah.
You got a week to listen.
Right.
And then something new is out that next Friday.
Yep.
Which it's a double-edged sword because it's great for music because you get such a variety, but then you don't get much time to actually sit with it.
Right, right. Man, I would just drop my albums on. Y'all might want to take this shit into consideration.
Or like Saturday.
I would just drop my shit like on a Saturday or like a Monday or just something random on a random ass day.
Yeah.
People get flooded on these dates that everybody be trying to hit, man.
Yeah.
But
That's some food for thought.
For real,
Almost
for real.
definitely we'll cook it and eat it for sure.
And
real.
I think a lot of it just has to do with the sound scan because you know if you drop it in the middle of the week, then you're not going to get all your spins for that week.
Right.
Right. Fuck all that, man.
Just technical music mumbo jumbo.
Man, we got
All
to
of
let
it's
shit cook.
irrelevant. Like, either
Just
it's
do what you
lit
want to
or
do.
it's not.
Yeah.
You know, like
if it's good, drop the shit.
But I can see a Saturday release
Yeah.
as something. I mean, I don't know why that doesn't really happen.
I mean, I like the Friday release because before it used to be Tuesday.
Tuesday was the day.
Yeah. I kind of like Tuesday, though, because you got the whole week to kind of vibe with the music. You know, then you're going to hear the shit in the clubs in the weekend or however, you know what I mean? But drop that shit on the weekend, man. But
if you real.
Or just drop that shit whenever you feel like it, like Drake been doing on these niggas.
Yes.
Nice for what? To his Pusher. I just want to know. I'm conflicted, bro. Because I was listening to that Pusher, like, on repeat. I'm like, this shit is fire, man. Like, before that Drake shit. Oh, what's everybody pointing at?
Here, I'll get. No, you're the guest. I got it. Hold on.
This life is dope. This life is dope. This is what we doing. We finna go shut the door because they playing the music at Tetra Lounge. It's finna go down on the inside.
But we on the outside.
Yeah, we on the outside, so we don't want the music on the outside.
We got enough with the birds, you know. We're good.
Word.
The bird solo is popping.
Yeah, man, and I'm gonna talk about it because that's what's really happening. We ain't gotta edit every damn thing. This shit is real. But when Davey comes back, we're gonna talk about this Pusher shit because I'm conflicted about it for real. You ain't listened yet, huh?
I haven't even heard it yet, and
Yeah.
I'm just behind because, like Davey said, like I'm still into the Playboy Cardi. I'm still into the Trace Chapman. I'm still into BJ the Kid, the Chicago Kid, and I'm still consuming. You know what I mean? And I try to save it for later.
Right.
Like it's like leftovers. Sometimes you just get a taste, but that full listen, that next meal, the same meal the next day is sometimes better. You know?
Yeah.
So I haven't got to it yet, but
The way I feel, bro, like I said, I was listening to that Push on repeat before Drake dropped it. And I bigged it up. Like, I shouted out Kanye's production. Because I'm like, man, if Kanye's producing like this on all this shit that he said he's producing this summer, it's a wrap. It's Yeezy season for real.
Yeah.
Yep.
As soon as I said that shit, here comes Drake.
Yep.
Here comes Drake and slaughters good music. And
he didn't even give him a day. Was it like?
Nope.
It wasn't even
like
24
niggas didn't
hours.
even make it to what was that? Track 7 where he dissed Drake? The final track? Niggas didn't even make it to the final track of the album. And
I
Drake
think
was like,
it was Infrared. So what was that? The second to last?
Drake ain't even listened to the whole album yet.
he was just like, I heard niggas said you was about to diss me.
He stopped at track 7 and it
As soon
was
as
like,
it
you
came
know
on.
what? It's over.
Yeah, it's a wrap. We're not letting this live. That shit was unfair.
And then with the invoice is what killed
Oh
me.
my God.
The invoice, that...
See,
like,
to me,
that's
why
how
you
you do
can't
it.
beat Drake in a battle right now because Drake has meme culture.
Yeah.
Like, he's a product of this new social media shit.
Yeah.
And you can't top that.
He's so good at the internet.
Right. That nigga sent an invoice, bro.
Yeah, and that is the funny... And then I saw, whoever's email they had, that it was forwarded to at U-Music or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How many niggas sent they mixtape or they track?
Right, yeah. I
to
seen that too.
email.
Like, oh, yeah, right
you know
there,
what I
there.
mean? So it's just crazy that at the same time it's like he's shamming,
Right.
But then at low key he's still kind of putting on, and he's kind of messing up whoever dude at U-Music is too.
Right.
He must have had some beef with him. So it's like a double,
Right.
it's like a double entendre.
That shit
you know
said
what I mean?
promotional assistance and career revival.
But to not get too caught up on the actions itself, how do we feel about the lyrics between, was it the Duppy Freestyle and Infrared?
I mean, I feel like eventually they got to get off this Quinn Miller shit. Like, if that's all you got against Drake, you're never going to win. because he's already on that. You know what I mean? And
Right.
like, we all know how the game works at this point. So it's like you got to come with something more than the you don't write your lyrics shit. If you really stand a chance, because
Right.
man, you know, y'all know how I feel about Kanye, but that nigga Drake.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting. Like Drake kind of pulled something out of the hat from the 8 Mile when he said something about like I used to have your mic and your autograph, but the joint faded.
Yeah,
it's like kind of reminds me of your career. It's like because that probably would have been the rabbit out the hat for Pusha. Like you got a mic with my name on it in your office, and Drake like kind of like
shit faded though.
like it's kind of played off of that. So I thought that was like. Drake he's just an intelligent dude.
Bro,
so,
the most fire yet hurtful shit that he said. Well, there's a few hurtful things. False niggas, I'll feel away.
Was that your brother? Your brother said that it was your cousin.
And
cousin first, then him, then you.
Yeah.
Which means you ain't rap about what you did, you rapped about what you knew.
Man, that. Quentin working at Kroger's. I'm like, damn, bro. But when the nigga said, I pop style for 30 hours, then let him repeat. Let that shit sink in, bro.
The bar when he said, father had to stretch his hands out.
He just basically gave y'all 3 Ye tracks that he wrote. The nigga said, I just left from over there putting pen to paper. Come on, bro. You can't. It's officially, you can't say nothing else about ghostwriters to this nigga.
No.
Now, I will say, after a few more listens, I'm not really feeling that I'm upset track. I think he could have held off a little bit. I know Drake is on that. I'm
the hype.
that niggas back-to-back shit, but he could have chilled with that one. Like, let this shit simmer.
It's already charting on iTunes, though.
That's a cheat code, man. Drake got Apple behind whatever he does, too, so you can't even talk numbers to this nigga. Because he gonna drop and do millions that week, so you can't say shit about that. But, I don't know, that invoice was worthy because, you know, as soon as niggas seen it and heard what Drake had to say, they went and listened to that infrared, that Pusher, so...
Like it makes me like really want to go listen to the album. So I
thought Infrared was fire, but
it's still fire.
And did you see what?
You said who? Wayne? What about Wayne?
The producer Julius.
Did you lose that fire? Like Pusha was saying?
I mean, is Wayne even? Wayne's a tough topic. Is Wayne even in conversations anymore? You know what I mean? Like, hip hop is such a different space right now.
It's hard.
Pusha said it himself. He said, "Yo, me and Ross C when we see Wayne on tour, like, he's basically saying like, yo, Wayne on tour to make money because he can't even get it from Baby."
He said,
I just can't let go of Wayne, man.
But that's what I mean.
I'm just from that era, you know. Like, just.
That's interesting. You said something right there because that's how I feel about Kanye, and that's how a lot of people feel about Eminem. But like once you really start to analyze the artists that we came up under, these niggas' jigs is up, man.
It's a wrap. Like,
but it's just like, when do we know when to let that shit go?
Like I tell people all the time, like Lil Wayne is probably like really like the first black rap rock star.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Like so, like just individual. I know Run DMC did their thing. And they played off the Aerosmith and the Beastie Boy. They did that whole thing. But, I mean, like, not even just genre or sound-wise. I mean, just, like, how you see, like, a Steven Tyler or like, dude from, like, The Journey, like, lifestyle-wise. And they could still just be rock stars forever. Like, Wayne was, like, the first one to really push rap into the top 10 of the Billboard charts consistently.
I feel like he's definitely responsible for this new wave.
I mean, he's like Dreadfather, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, like, you know, like, it's like he created, like, the model, and, like, cats like Kanye, and cats like, Kid Cudi is that's my dude. So you already know I'm waiting on the Kanye Cudi album. But I just feel like Wayne is, as much as it's just kind of, it's like a Steven Tyler phase. It's like, you know, Wayne he's most definitely fell off because we got older, really. You know what I mean? And he's trying to grab the younger crowd.
But I don't think it's even so much that he fell off because we've gotten older. I think it's just that like his music is literally on hold. So
Yeah.
like what can he do?
Right.
Yeah, and then that goes back to that meme era I'm talking about. Like right now, if you're not making music to stay relevant, you got to be socially active.
Yep.
Because if people don't see you, you don't exist.
Yep.
And a lot of the cats from that generation don't really get that. You know what I mean?
They never had to. They always
Right.
had somebody handling that stuff.
Right. Like Fab was good with that. I say was because after that whole situation, he kind of slowed down.
He's
Yeah.
kind of on ice right now.
You know, but Fab was good with that. There's supplies.
Yeah.
Like there's cats that just
Plies,
know, like,
right.
I'm gonna stay active until I got some music, and then y'all gonna be ready for the music. But when you like Wayne and you literally just can't make no music,
Right.
It's like we
It's sad because I mean I remember Wayne was on a vert ramp with a skateboard
Yeah.
with a guitar strapped on his back and rapping at the same time. Like
Right.
Yeah.
what?
but then you get so many mini-me's, it kind of taints the original.
Yeah.
Like now we got Uzi, and we got
Young Thug.
Young Thug, and like we got a lot of Wayne spinoffs that match this era more than Wayne does right now.
Yep.
So it's hard, man.
But I think also being able to cross different genres is kind of the key to longevity. If you look at Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is at a point where he's putting out reggae albums, he's putting out gospel albums, he's putting out, you know, all different types of genre. He has his hand in everything to really just become a household name. So by the time when hip hop decides that this person is irrelevant, it's not even going to matter because he's already solidified himself in the homes and households of everybody, not just hip hop fans.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking this the other day. Can we go ahead and just give Snoop the GOAT title? Because niggas argue and debate about the GOAT
If we're talking
all
about
the time.
We're talking about brand.
Just overall, like, because
all-encompassing.
niggas always go to, you the best lyrically. Yeah, and there's too many different branches of being the GOAT. If you look at longevity,
And consistency.
impact,
brand, impact, lyrics, even like, because early Snoop was untouchable.
Yeah.
Beat selection, like, Snoop got it, bro. Like, there's no other rapper on the planet that the whole world knows.
That's the first time I've heard that, but I
If you really think about it.
if you really I have to most definitely give you a thumbs up on that one.
You know?
For sure.
I
Like,
think even be in the running, you have to be even the best in your region, or to even be the best, like kind of just in your area. So if you're looking at New York, if we look at top 5 in New York, or top 5 rappers of all time, a lot of those rappers are probably going to come from New York. But then when you think about it, some of them aren't even the top New York rappers.
Right.
Right.
Like is Nas the best New York rapper?
That's what
No.
I'm saying. Like, there's too many different. When you see Snoop, you see everything. And Snoop don't work with everybody. The nigga was on No Limit and had the South for a while.
Yeah.
Like, you can't box him in. So I gotta give Snoop the GOAT.
and he's
we can
crossing
make an
over.
argument.
I mean, like
Yeah.
he's into. I mean, we talk about football. I mean,
Yeah.
he's literally from a youth sports perspective. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Right.
Youth football.
Right.
Period. Just youth football. And his league, his brand, is considered number one
Right.
in youth sports now.
Yeah.
In youth football, like that is the standard. So that's a whole nother.
He's welcome in the same homes as the Martha Stewarts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's a whole nother entity that's entering. Like he's touching everything.
I have to give it to Snoop, bro.
I think there's a strong case for that.
Yeah, I have to give it to Snoop.
So fans, Life is Dope fans, let us know who's the best rapper of all time.
Let us know, man. And
Not-
think about all things we just factored in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But man, all right, so we talk dreads, music,
Yep.
football.
Yep.
Let's get to you, bro.
Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Let's get to you. So for the people who don't know, who are you? What do you do? What have you done?
Oh man, so I'm originally from here. I grew up in the city from Montbello to Aurora, back and forth. I split time there. I found music in Aurora, so I identify as my origin as a creative in Aurora, Colorado. But I'm from everywhere. Cats know me from all over the city, from various things, and I started creating like Well, I actually started rapping on like trap records. I actually have a trap record from D-Boy, from Davey. I'm sorry, I keep calling him D-Boy.
You know, it's all,
that's the old days. You know what I mean?
All the aliases are relevant. You know, so.
They all popping.
It's all me.
So Davey, I have an original trap record from him. So I started probably rapping about, I want to say I was 18. I just turned 30, so I just crossed that threshold like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Started rapping and doing the thing that way, and then ended up songwriting back when MySpace was popping. Like one of the first songs that I had wrote with remember Armand or Acrix?
I remember
him from back in the day. So like I used to write with him. He used to sing, but he couldn't write. So I'm like, dude, well, I got you on the hook.
Right.
I didn't know I was a songwriter. I was just like, I got you. Write him on some stuff, and next thing I know, I put that song on MySpace. Again, MySpace, and got discovered by a producer out in LA that was writing songs for their production company. Was working for Disney and Nickelodeon. So I had an opportunity to go out there, sit in like a real actual studio, not just the homie's crib, for the first time in my life. And I learned, and I wrote songs for kids from 5 to 15, and we had songs for High School Musical, for Hannah Montana, for iCarly, pretty much all those shows that was going on at that time. Our production company was either writing the songs, producing the songs, finding the artists to demo those songs, and then some of those artists that we worked with ended up being pitched to Disney as future Disney actors and actresses as well. So I did that for about a year. Fast forward to another year, signed my first record deal with Rodney Jerkins in Hollywood.
So tell us about that.
Yeah.
Well, what was that like?
Man, it was crazy because it happened so fast, and like I didn't even really notice that it was fast because at the time I'm 20. You know what I mean? I just had turned. I was about to be 21, and it went from writing songs to now I just signed a production deal and I'm recording in the Hollywood Hills to 6 months later. I'm going to Def Jam, and coming back from Def Jam, I met Jermaine Dupri, which was crazy. That was actually the first industry person that I met. Was that we would know was Jermaine Dupri from So Def back in the day. And then Rodney Jerkins ended up catching me out the airport. So I went from the airport to his studio, which used to be Atlantis Studios, where like Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey, and all of them used to record. He basically just bought that, gutted it, and then like turned it into his own factory with producers and writers everywhere. Wow. And he offered me a deal like right on the spot. Like it was like no take you out to eat, let me hear your music, let's see you perform. Like it was just like, dude, I already heard it, I've met you, I feel your energy. Like, do you want to move forward? I'll have your record out in 4 months from the time that you sign. And he said, I guarantee you that no other label would guarantee you that. And I walked out of there like, shit, okay. And I filled in another offer from Interscope. A lot of my partners in LA at the time, we was all kind of gigging. So I was gigging with Far East Movement. I was gigging with Dev is Hot. I was gigging with what's that other group? Stereotypes. We was that whole kind of way, and Kesha was around, so we was kind of all.
Stereotypes just recently did Bruno Mars's project, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. The Stereotypes, I've known them for a while, and like their studio was literally in the same room. Like they had like an apartment building. One of the producers I worked with in Studio City, the studio, or the Stereotypes studio, was like across the hall. So we will all be out there like chilling, having good times in between late night sessions. But long story short, ended up signing with Rodney Jerkins. It was crazy. My record got released right away. I went to sleep, woke up and my Twitter was just like, and I was like, I thought it was an alarm. I'm trying to turn everything off, and then I look, and like I went to like, it was just like, I think like Rodney Jerkins is like just tweeting people like with the link to my record, like this record's out, tweeting Khaled, tweeting Clinton Sparks, tweeting like all these different athletes, and everybody's retweeting it, and it was just like crazy. And I'm literally like in my drawers. Like, I hadn't even brushed my teeth yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so that was, what do I do? I don't know what to do next. So it was just kind of like, yeah, well, let's just get to work. And then my manager was managing the Jackie Boys, which is a songwriting tandem. They're brothers.
Yep.
Those are my big homies. Like, we both had the same manager, and so I just started going to the studio session with them while everything was planning out, and one thing it led to another. Video was shot. Next thing I know, I'm in an airplane. I'm doing radio runs. I got executives flying out from New York and picking me up at 2 a.m. And the first time I ever went to Las Vegas was I was 21 years old, and I went with my label head. His name was D. Sonoram. He was basically the A&R for my case, I would say, or career. You know what I mean? He was my A&R, and he was like this cool dude from like Brooklyn, and he'll just pull up at random times in like a Cadillac Escalade at any time. Like, it would be like 3. Like, I met him at 3 a.m. He just pulled up to the house like, "What's up? I'm D. I need you to come with me. I'm going to show you some stuff." And we would just go out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he'll pull out. The first time I ever seen a black card, I was like, "What's that?" He's like, "Oh, that's from the label." You know what I mean? So like, we would just go out. And first time I went to Vegas, I went with him, and everything that you could have done in Vegas, we did it.
It was like The Hangover.
Yeah. Like, not even to be like cliche, but like, it real talk was like The Hangover. And I mean, we did everything. And like, a lot of my partners at Power 106, like DJ Felly Fell's a friend of mine, just incredible. Like Nick the intern, who's now the assistant program director over there. Those are all guys that were just very supportive of me in my career, and we just ran it up. It was a good run.
Shit just took off.
Yeah.
Do you feel like those opportunities came that quick because of the lane you decided to take?
I would say
Kinda that crossover vibe?
I would say yes and no, because honestly, the whole reason I started to write on pop music or electronic, or it wasn't even called electronic back then. Electronic music, EDM, did not exist in the United States. It was like, you're rapping on techno. Like, okay, whatever. So I kind of decided to just run that lane because I just felt like that's what was missing. And like, it felt like it was fun. You know what I mean? Like, it was easy. Like, it wasn't necessarily easy, but it was just fun. It was easy because it was fun.
Yeah,
And
it didn't feel like work, because I think with more like traditional, not to cut you off, like traditional hip hop, it seems to be more competitive and more like, you know, who has the like the flashiest car or jewelry.
Lighthearted.
Yeah, I felt like I was just like in a wide open field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I felt like and it was crazy because I was in Los Angeles, California, Hollywood to be exact, where, I mean, the most talented people are everywhere.
Right.
Like, in my apartment that I lived in, there was like 7 producers, 6 videographers, 8 graphic designers, and 17 models. You know what I mean? Like, just all in my apartment building. So everybody is going to the money. You know what I mean? And everybody's really talented. Like, some of the most talented people I've ever met in my life are actually homeless people in Los Angeles, California.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I've met composers. I've met, like, violinists. And, I mean, like, some of the most talented people you've ever meet are digging in my trash can. You know what I mean? Like, so that's how competitive LA was. So for me to be able to find that pocket creatively, it allowed me to just be myself, which is, to me, I'm just a dude from Colorado. You know what I mean? So, like, that's what made me stand out, because I didn't have to get in the line of everybody trying to do the same thing, but I'm a little bit different because I'm better. It was just more like, this is just what I'm doing. I'm myself, and I promise you, you won't hear anything that sounds like this for the rest of the time that you're here.
I remember I was watching TV, and I seen your song come up on Music Choice on Comcast. I was like, what the fuck? Like, nobody does that. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
How the hell did that even happen? And like, it was weird because for the people not in Colorado, it might be like this in your state, city, whatever, too.
Yeah.
But how do I even word it? A lot of shit is the same. Let's put it that way. as far as the moves people make, the way people perceive success, and like, you know, you got to do this to be that guy in this area. And I'm like, this nigga's on Music Choice on Comcast. Like,
yeah, that was crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, that should have been something that people was talking about.
So what do you think that you did differently that made you successful, where you see other rappers even today doing that, you know, they're basically just going around in a circle?
I think sticking with what you feel is you. I think sticking with it and staying consistent and understand. And the older I get, like, it blows my mind that I understood that at 20 and 21 and 22. Like, I literally went from chilling in the A at 19 to touring 250 days a year at 21.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and the only thing that was consistent about that was that you have to just stay true to what you know. You know what I mean? Like, and still open your mind, be open-minded to different things and different influences and cultures and opportunities, but always try and stay centered within, like, when you're on that stage versus the studio, when you're on that stage, it is your job to entertain, to make people like your music.
Right, right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it as a performer. So I extrapolate that to different aspects in my life, and whatever it is that I'm doing, it is my job to influence. You understand what I'm saying? So in order for me to feel like I have the ability or the power to influence, then it has the creative, the piece that I'm creating, whether that's in regular life as a dad, as a ball player, whatever, as a musician, whatever I'm creating, whatever I'm speaking out of my mouth, it has to be attached to an aspect of me. The source has to come from
who you
me.
really are.
Because at the end of the day, people can see fake. Even if they know that it's fake, they'll still do it and love it and enjoy it. But at the end of the day,
now, you just know when it's not authentic.
They're not gonna hold on to it.
Right. So for the people listening that might be doing some research, like, all right, man, dude sounds cool. Let me look them up. These events all took place under the H Wood brand.
Yes.
Why did you drop that name?
So H Wood. So this is actually probably the best time to talk about, like, where H Wood really came from. No, it did not come from me moving to Hollywood and I decided that my name was H Wood. I mean, you know.
Yeah, you was H Wood before
I was
H Wood
well before I even knew anything about California. So my nickname.
Prophetic?
My nickname, I think so. Yeah. I think about that all the time. Like, I spoke it every time I said my name. I put in the universe where I would be. And I didn't know that, but that's how powerful the tongue and the mouth is. It's the most powerful. Like, don't let me get started on
talk
that.
about it.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead,
that's
that's
the most powerful thing on your body. Like, everybody's talk like the mind. Yes, the mind is the most powerful thing inside of our physical body. But what creates chain reactions and creates opportunities or consequences, positive or negative, is what comes out of your mouth. You know what I mean? Even what you name your children, like, look up what that actually means. You know what I mean? My son's name is Davion, so I know that Davion means beloved. So every time I speak his name, I'm saying that he's loved by everyone. Right. You get what I'm saying? So it really comes down to really what's coming out of your mouth. But anyway, back to your question.
No, you're good.
So H-Wood came from, so when I played football, my nickname growing up, for everybody from the Bellows and the A-Co, whatever, my nickname growing up was B-Double, or B-Dubs for Brandyn, Bordeaux, 2 Bs. But my nickname playing football was Hollywood. It was like, because I was one of those, like, Deion Sanders, prime time, you know, like, was I fast as prime? No, but I was fresh as prime every time I stepped on the field, okay? So that was kind of where the whole moniker came from. And when I decided I wanted to rap, I was like, well, my name's not gonna be B-Double or B-Dubs. Yeah. So I'm gonna just run with Hollywood, which was originally my name. And my actual first, which is even crazier, my first mixtape, which one of your songs is on, was called, not Club H Wood, I'm talking about the one before that.
Damn.
The Hollywood Movement. And that's the one that I did here.
Right.
Before I even knew anything about California. So once again, that comes back to speaking things into existence. That's how I met DJ Beds, was through the Hollywood movement. Shouts to DJ Beds. But I decided to shorten it to just H Wood because I went to go get a tattoo on my inside of my right arm, and they had Hollywood drawn out, and I was just like, I just wasn't really rocking with it. So I was just like, well, why don't we just do H, put the star, and then Wood. And so it looked better on my arm. So then I was like, well, I guess that's my name then.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna run with it.
so that's why I've always had like the asterisks in between the two, because it actually comes from this tattoo on my arm. Like this star, I was like, well, I need to put it in text too. So it was the asterisk on the keyboard. So
That's cool. I never knew that. So to rewind it a little bit.
yeah.
So being a normal civilian,
Yeah.
trying to make it in the industry,
Right.
to meeting Rodney Jerkins, to then being a superstar touring the world, and it really seemed to just all happen in a short time.
Yeah.
How were you able to stay grounded? Were you able to stay centered, or do you feel like you kind of got caught up in that life, or what was that like? Because it happened so fast.
I think that ultimately my battle with all of that wasn't necessarily thinking that I was better than anybody, or I feel like I started searching so much for ways to just stay grounded and ways to just be like, I'm just normal, I'm just regular. Like I would take my brother on tour with me, and him and my road manager team and all that, they would get upset with me because we would be at these shows and I'm like opening for Ludacris and T-Pain's there, and all these different artists are performing, and I would walk out of the green room when the show started, and I would go in the crowd, like, and try and like just like, cause like, I mean, let's get it, like, I mean, people knew who I was, but like my single was popping, but like I wasn't like mobbed in the streets, famous, you feel me? So like I took advantage of like, yo, like I'm gonna actually go and watch the show, you know what I mean? But my staff would get really upset with me because they were like, dude, like you can't do that. Like, you have, if you want to watch it, you can watch it from backstage, or if you want. And I feel like that was just my thing. Like, once I stepped into it, it was like, I gotta have my bro with me. I flew like 3-4 of my partners from out there with me, and we all lived together, and it was always like, yo, I'm bringing my family with me. I don't care if I gotta pay for it or whatever, like, they're coming. Like, I wanted to make everybody feel included, you know what I mean? And I wanted to stay like, I still wanted to be normal because it happened so fast, and I was only 21. And at 21, we don't know who the hell we are anyway.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think that was my Achilles heel, because I knew a lot of guys like Far East Movement, and I knew a lot of talented guys that just embraced the fact that, like, this is different, this is new, I have to clear myself of everything going on and move forward and then bring people in.
Right.
I think I was like, oh, I'm here, turn around, come on, let's
We
go.
all on.
We go.
Yeah.
Everybody, this your role, this your role, this your role. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't necessarily know how to handle being in front.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it wasn't something that I was nervous about. I love performing.
It's
I love
different.
making music. But it's like, when you're performing in front of 10,000 people, it wasn't something I loved doing it. But it's like, why wouldn't I have my brother do this with me?
Right.
Why wouldn't I have the squad here? You feel me? Because ain't none of us seen none of this before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like that was kind of the back and forth. It's like, I kind of wanted to, I fought a little bit too hard to remain normal instead of ride the slide a little bit.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Just embrace the
That's
fact
real.
that you have to change, because life is changing.
So then, would your advice for artists, especially emerging artists or breakout artists, should they just immerse themselves in being a superstar and being a celebrity, instead of trying to keep it real, or instead of trying to be like, okay, I'm a bring my family with me, my crew with me, Like, does that?
I think that, especially in the genre that I was in, I wasn't like, I'm to the music industry to this day, I'm still recognized as a pop artist,
Right.
but I rap.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so that was confusing for me anyway. I'm like, dude, I rap. What are you talking about? Like I'm a pop artist. So me going to the pop culture, Billboard Top 40, everything all encompassing, songs on the Kardashians and like that type of lane, if you're heading into a and now that it's all kind of merged together, but like, I would say dive in first and and it's not because of like lead a fan behind. It's dive in first and make sure that the ground is set. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
like
yeah.
it's almost like you go from being the general to, you got to go, like, you know how when in war, you know what I mean, they send out people to survey the land,
right,
before the army advances. Few people go out to survey. So when you're in that position, yes, you are the lightning rod. Yes, you are the general, but you have to be able to convert yourself into a surveyor so that you can go and review the land before you bring the whole army through.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that way, if you got to take some hits, you got to plow some field. If you got to, okay, I thought this was the spot, but maybe 45 degrees to the left is a little bit better because there's a lake over there. We can connect some pipes and have a well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then bring the squad. Then bring the fam. Then, because you're bringing people into a more settled situation, and it also allows you to further identify who you are in that journey. Like so I feel like success is a battle of, especially for breakout and emergent artists, it's a battle of pushing forward, turning around, bringing everybody through, getting everybody settled, then pushing forward again, turn around, bring everybody through, versus just like everybody trying to squeeze into the same door at the same time.
Damn, that makes sense. Speaking of being in the field, we're going to fast forward a little bit, then we're going to come back.
Yes, sir.
Off the mic.
Yeah.
You on that football field.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Man, so I don't know. I'm that's what I did. I played ball since I was 6 years old. I played from 6 to 18. Started doing music, and I was like, music's what I'm doing, so I'm doing that. And I had my band out here in Denver, and we was killing in 2015. And so I knew about this league because my father was a actually pretty lit coach in this league. So I used to go to the games since I was in middle school, watching him coach and seeing him win championships, and it was pretty cool.
And this is arena.
This is minor league.
Okay, gotcha.
So this is my father he coached in a league called the Colorado Football Conference, and it's a minor league from about 18 to there's guys up to like 40 playing. You know what I mean? A lot of guys that used to play in the league, a lot of guys that used to play in college, and so it's like ballers out there. It's not like just come out here with your pads. You know what I mean? Like it's a real intense environment, and I felt like I just, as a creative, you know what I mean, I got to that point where I had been doing music every single day for 9 years.
Yeah.
Like that's all I did.
Right.
I gigged 4 or 5 times a week. That's after touring. I came back from touring for 2 years and signing 3 different record deals, moved back home to spend more time with my son, and kind of still find him, still looking for who am I.
Right.
You know what I mean? And started a band and gigged 4 or 5 times a week, played everywhere but Red Rocks out here. And you know what I mean? It got to a point where I was like, what? I still feel like I could do more. I still feel like there's something else that I can do. And in order for me to identify that, I have to make a change. And I was like, well, instead of changing forward, because I don't want to guess,
Go back to what you know.
I'm going to just go back to what I know. And hopefully there's a coin over there, a little Sonic coin that I could pick up. You know what I mean? That takes me to the next to the next level. You know what I mean? So I just got back on the field, tried out for a squad. I was nervous as hell at first because I'm not that big. I mean, I'm tall. I'm about 6'3", but 170, 175. That weight wise,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, can I still even move? I haven't touched a rock in 9 years. You know what I mean? So got out there, and I was like, oh, it's still in here. I'm good. Made the team. After the first tryout, I was like, okay. And, just got into it. We played during the summer from May to the end of July, and then the playoffs is in August.
Right.
And it's fun. I love it. It's like performing, but at the same time, what I love about it the most is it's like real.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like,
really putting your body out there.
It's real. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I tell like people all the time. Like, I'm like, dude, you don't understand. Like, coming from living in Hollywood, traveling all over the place, where just who I am or what I've done lately or who I know could get me this opportunity, and these people don't even know anything about me. Like, let's say my government name, they don't know anything about me. And it got me all these opportunities, and I come home, and all these people that didn't like me, now they like me, and people that used to like me don't like me, and then they switch back and forth, and it's all because of the temperature of the weather, or per se. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to find something real, and there's nothing realer to me than, you gonna either get flattened or you gonna run somebody over.
Right.
Like, it don't matter what you look like, it don't matter how much money you got, don't matter what your plugs is, don't matter what you pulled up in, don't matter. Like, it really is like
that drive on the
survival.
field.
Like, not necessarily to say kill or be killed, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just real. And then, like, there's so much respect, and you meet so many people that you would never meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or relationships that I've from high school. Oh, dude, I played with you in high school, and now you got kids, and my kids here, and so it's just like it was a good release in place for me to find who I was and what I wanted to be moving forward.
Right.
You
So
know
do
what
you
I
feel
mean?
like, because right now it's a hot climate for pro football.
Yeah.
Everybody's on this fuck the NFL movement. I'm kind of right there with them.
Yeah.
And I do feel like we should support the minor leagues, the indoor leagues, and arena football leagues a lot more than we do. But how? Because NFL has that funding in the advertising, in the mainstream media, and that's why they all in our face. But I feel like if we're going to be like, fuck the NFL, we need to realize that there's other options out there if you still want to enjoy some football.
Football's year-round. Football's global.
Yeah.
Like, I just watched a game in Brazil. They have a Sao Paulo football league in Brazil with like 14 teams. I mean, the players, ain't really that good, but there's 15,000 people in the stands because that's all they have.
Right.
And then I did more research and found out Brazil is the number 3 market in the NFL.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, and you think Brazil, you think soccer.
Yeah.
Period. Soccer and beautiful women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's what I think. I'm not thinking football. So it's like, it's everywhere. It's in, there's ways to be involved. And I would say for my Colorado listeners, you know what I mean, not to pigeonhole anybody else, but Colorado Football Conference, I mean, it's real. Like, it's like, come to the games. CFCfootball.com. There's 10 squads, and there's guys from the like half the security guards downtown are dudes that I play with.
That's a fact.
Like, I literally be walking in like, what's up, G? Like, you missed me last week because you're almost 400 pounds. Like, you know what I mean? I play wide receiver, so I'm outside. I stay away from the big bodies. But you know what I mean? And it's really entertaining. Tickets are not expensive. It's like $5 to $10 to go see a team play. Kids under 12 are free.
Right.
It's in the summer. The last game starts at 7, so you're out by 9:30. You can still go out.
That's
you can
fire
still
to me.
do
Okay.
like it's fun.
Hey, I'm sold.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
man,
fun.
It's fire. And that's what I'm saying. Those are some options I'm talking about. Because I was watching Jim Jones on the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about how he just bought that team for the Arena Football League, and how he was talking about he wants to buy the league because it's like 8 teams for sale. And he's like, there's numerous black and brown owners over there, while everybody's talking about, we're not allowed over here.
Right.
Let's rock with the shit we are on.
Yeah,
man.
and like CFC's been around for 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we play at different high school stadiums all over the state, from Denver to Pueblo to Durango, Colorado Springs, Boulder, Loveland, Greeley.
Yeah.
We play everywhere. And it's good ballers. Like Bobby Purify's in our league.
Yeah.
That was the CU's all-time leading rusher.
Right.
Like in minor league football, the number 2 team, and I know a lot of my CFC. So before I say their name, I gotta say my team's name. Denver Sharks. We're undefeated, 3-0, and we're a brand new squad, and it's all ballers from the Bellows and the ACO, just all on one team. It's crazy.
All right,
It's-
talk about it.
Denver
It's
Sharks.
amazing. Denver Sharks all day. Game is next Saturday, 12 o'clock at Trailblazer Stadium off of 6th and Kipling over there by Jeffco.
right.
Come through. We're going to run it up. Now I can segue and say that we have national rankings. Denver Sharks are just now getting ready to start getting nationally ranked because it's our first year. But the number 2 team in the nation, the Colorado Greyhawks, are here.
Yeah.
The number 2 minor league football team in the nation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, our league is, like, a big deal. Like, I've been to Vegas. I've been to Nebraska. I've been to Texas. Like, I've played against guys from all over.
Right.
We
So,
about to start promoting this shit.
It's
man.
where it's at,
'Cause
man.
This is what people need to be seeing, man.
And it's in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from a support aspect, it's direct support.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I come out and I see a Colorado Sharks game, like, that's direct support.
Right.
We don't know what the fuck the NFL's on right now.
No, like like if y'all showed up like, hey, CFC, I'll call the commissioner right now, Mr. Chacon, what's up? And be like, yo, I'm gonna say it on the air. We need Life is Dope to
Right.
call a game of the week.
Shit.
Okay.
There's a press box available.
Let's do it.
Commentate
I
some
see
shit.
the setup. They got the
Yeah.
gold mic crew. You know what I mean? Got my man on the sound killing. Like,
Shout out to producer
let's,
Julius.
let's do this the Life is Dope podcast pregame,
Yeah.
and then call the game. I'll give you the roster sheets.
See,
like
man, you
it's
just,
right
you
there.
just spoke it into existence.
There
You
it
see-
is.
You see how
Power in
shit
the
works?
tongue.
Yep.
Power in the tongue. I'm telling you.
Hey,
Word up,
I receive
man.
it.
But shit, man, this is dope.
tell us about the new album.
Oh yeah, so new album, which is the perfect segue because when I did go on this journey back to my roots of playing ball, I got in touch with real emotions. You know what I mean? Like real pain,
Yeah.
real strength, real endurance, real motivation. You know what I mean? Not just the idea of motivated to get up and go get money. Like, no, I got to motivate myself to get up and run into this 250-pound nigga one more time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and we got to get the first down. So, like, not necessarily I'm talking about football on the album, but just the being around the emotions in their rawness inspired so much creatively for me. And I created an album. It took me about 2 years. Shout out to Conway Sound. Ryan Conway
Shout
was
to
the
them.
co-producer on this project. We went in every Monday for 2 years in a row, from 9 a.m. to about 7 p.m. He took one day out of his busy schedule, shut down his studio for me every Monday, and we went to work. I mean, it was amazing. And we did it for 2 years in a row and threw a whole bunch of stuff against the wall. We were talking about Trump. We were talking about all the killings of our people. We was talking about Colin Kaepernick. We're talking about everything, man. And then we would just go create.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was between that and being connected with these emotions on the field, I came out with a 11-track project. Once I got to the end of it, I want to say end of summer 2017 was when I completed everything mixed and mastered, and I sat back and listened to it. I had no clue what I would call it. I hadn't been performing because I took time to really just create music, hang with my son, and play ball for the first time in 10 years. You know what I mean? And I listened to it and I was like, man, like this doesn't sound like H-Wood anymore. Like H-Wood is not in this album. And I listened to it again and I was like, I think this is the time. I'm living life as Brandyn Bordeaux now. I'm living life as myself. I found who I am. I found what I'm going to stand for. Like, remember, I just turned 30, so I was 29 last year. I know who I am. I know what I can and can't do. I know what I need to work on. I know the boundaries that I have around my life, but I also know how far I can push those boundaries. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I decided to call this album the Brandyn Bordeaux album. My name is Brandyn Bordeaux, and then like an abbreviation is BX, because B is the first letter of my first name, and X is the last name of my is the last letter of my last name, and it's actually my signature. So it's like BX is kind of like, if Brandyn Bordeaux is too much to say, that's my name, and I decided to just run with Brandyn Bordeaux as the album, and
here you are.
Here I am.
Absolutely.
That's dope, man. So I feel
Make
like
sure y'all cop that, check it out, listen.
Man. This is the introduction.
Put it on repeat and just
Brandyn
go to
Bordeaux.
sleep.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Like, life is dope. This is dope.
Yeah, man.
Like,
That was real.
period.
That was real. So we look forward to seeing what's coming up next, man. What's next?
So right now I'm wrapping up. Well, I'm in mid-season, so we're 3 games in. We'll be done August 18th, because we're going to be playing the Greyhawks in the state title once again, speaking shit into existence. And then after that, I have a couple corporate events. I'm doing a charity event for kids that foster kids. So that's kind of where I'm going with my performances as well, is meaningful performances. I'm not saying that venues and clubs and stuff like that aren't meaningful. I'm just saying for once again, knowing who I am and what I want to do with my music, I want my music to impact change and be placed in impactful environments. You know what I mean? I want everything that I do to be dedicated towards some type of cause. I want to identify people through my music and through my brand as a person that want to that want to create change as well. People like you guys.
Right.
That's why I'm here. That's why it's all made sense. So I have an event in September at the Curtis Hotel. I'm performing for a charity event for foster kids, and then I'm doing another event that is for domestic violence in October, and then I'm actually been thinking about putting on an event towards around Thanksgiving for the homeless.
Dope.
So
let's do that.
We should most definitely collaborate on a couple things. And then what I do daily, since I'm not a traveling the world artist anymore, is I work at a school called University Prep, which is a college prep elementary school. I'm the assistant dean of scholars there, which means when your kids, when they're acting crazy, they come to my office, which is so weird because I was the one in the office. But it's cool. I get to work with them, and it's in the city. It's literally like at the edge of 5 Points.
Yeah.
So it's like teachers with masters and like love teaching, and it's like 400 black and brown kids.
Wow.
That's real.
Wow.
And they're all getting college prep education, uniforms, and it's free.
Yeah.
It's a charter school, so anybody could come from anywhere. But I mean, from technology to laptops, iPads, to every single, even the school supplies is funded by the school.
Wow.
So I'm seeing kids that literally have they're coming from nothing, and they're getting a college prep education, and then they're getting a private school scholarship to go to middle school and high school.
That's real, man. That's
dope.
So
it's about.
That's what I do during the day.
That's so dope.
So I'm just here trying to create positive change, and not only just musically. Music is what I love to do, and I will always create amazing music. My goal with the Brandyn Bordeaux album was to, if you don't know me, you listen to it. It's on iTunes and everywhere else that you can listen to music. Listen to it, and you'll know exactly who I am. And that was the goal. It's like, instead of me giving you a business card, here's my album.
Yeah.
And there you go.
And listen to this episode.
Yeah. That's
Share
it.
this episode.
This episode is monumental. This is my first Brandyn Bordeaux interview. I've done radio interviews as H-Wood with everybody and their mama, from DJ Ski to all the way down to Clinton Sparks and Power 106 and Kiss FM. And so to be able to sit here in my hometown with fellas that I grew up with, that I've watched rise and put their grind in, for me to be a part of that, I'm super excited. This is probably my favorite interview of all time ever. So thank you so much.
My man.
Straight up, appreciate that. So a question I do want to ask. You mentioned a little bit about it as far as like taking your family with you, not really diving too much in the superstardom persona.
Right.
Is there anything that you regret or would have done differently from the Rodney Jerkin days?
No, because at the end of the day, life is a journey, and I feel like I wasn't one of those guys that grew up wanting to be a famous rapper. Like, I just fell into it, you know what I mean? And it ended up working out and exposing me to a whole nother level of life, and positive and negative, you know what I mean? So I appreciate it. Most importantly, it gave me out of this world confidence. It gave me out of this world confidence, and not from a cocky perspective, just to know that I could be in my grandma's basement writing songs at 18 years old, just graduating high school, to 2 years later standing in front of 10,000 people and everybody want my autograph and my name is on signs, and I could conquer the competitiveness of Hollywood. That gave me so much confidence for whatever I want to do in my life. I didn't even get to what I was truly passionate about. I'm doing what I'm passionate about growing up now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for the Rodney Jerkins opportunity. I'm thankful for Universal Germany. I'm thankful for Universal here in the States. I'm thankful for Charlie Walk. Like, I don't know if you guys watched The Four, but Charlie Walk, that was my first boss. Like, me and Charlie Walk are like really good friends. Like, his kids, I've known them since they were little babies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for the people that still text me inspirational stuff. Me and Charlie talk on the holidays and stuff, and the stuff that he tells me about just me as a person has really helped me stay moving. And like, I'm excited that I was able to be able to do those things and experience that life and meet those awesome people. And I'm even more excited that I was able to bring my family along and bring my friends along and show, because they're all out here doing stuff.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm honored that it all happened. I'm giving that advice for the next emerging artist out of Denver. Like, don't sham the fam. The fam is the fam, you know what I mean? But because you love the fam, you gotta step in there first and make sure everything is straight. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I'm appreciative of it. I'm appreciative of everything that's ever happened to me in my life, positive or negative, every day, because I know it's all a learning experience, and it's all adding up to the grand finale,
right,
which is coming soon. So
word. Shit, man. Usually I ask a question, but that was the answer right there.
Hey, you can ask him my question.
Yeah. So as far as social media, where can people follow you? How can they find you?
You can find me on IG. I did take down my H-Wood IG, so bye to my thousands of followers, and yeah, but it's cool. Like, you know, I can't have a normal life when I'm waking up to 80,000 beautiful IG women.
Lord,
sounds lit.
Like, man, I'm telling you, like, it's really hard to like have like a for reals relationship when you open up your phone and you scroll down, like in the morning. How many of y'all feel me though? Like, you can't even really front. Like, you go on IG and it's like 3 scrolls, titties, 3 scroll. You know, like. It's beautiful women, y'all beautiful. I love women, like love them. But it's like, you know, it's just hard to get your mind right when you even have breakfast. Booty before breakfast, and then you got, like, it's just too much. Like, you got, so I had to let that one go.
Name of the episode.
Booty before, I was thinking the same thing. All he said. Booty before breakfast.
I had to let that go. You know what I mean? So I have official BX303. So that's official Brandyn Bordeaux 303 on Instagram, on Twitter. Facebook is just Brandyn Bordeaux, BRANDYN, Bordeaux, like the wine. So B as in boy, O as in Oscar, R as in Rover, D as in David, E as in Echo, A as in Alpha, U as in umbrella, and X as in X-ray.
You can tell that nigga has to do that a lot.
I do that, yeah. All of my Little League trophies are spelled wrong. Every single one. Like, I've seen all kind of different spellings, but check it out. The name of the album is the same spelling. And right now, I'm just taking input from everybody. So feel free to, it sucks, I love it, your favorite song, the favorite part you love, the part you don't like. I'm taking input because this is a crockpot selection. So I'm letting it simmer. I got plenty more stuff to do and a lot of stuff coming. I hope to be working with these amazing gentlemen in the future.
Man, we got a lot coming up in the future, man.
So
Speaking it out there for sure.
You know,
man. Let's make some noise. Hold up, before we make some noise, let me do some quick shout outs.
Oh, hey, shout out.
Shout outs, man. Shout out to Blazy Susan.
Hey,
what we got here?
Down, they got the cones,
got the
they
wraps.
got the wraps, they got the papers, they also got your custom trays.
Yeah, it's like
Look right
Louis
here,
Vuitton.
man. We got the Louis joint. Yeah. They do them up how you want. So make sure you hit up Blazy Susan. Major shout out to Tetra. Tetra Private.
This place
Lounge
is amazing.
Garden, that's where we at right now. If you're looking around, you see the dope murals. It's even doper inside. It's a smoke lounge, Denver. It's 3039 Walnut Street. So
it's
come
so
through,
peaceful.
man. Yeah, we chilling. If you come through, man, you roll up something, you can just kick it. Good music, good peoples.
Yep. Shout out to our Megafauna fam. So
Yeah.
definitely pull up on us whenever y'all there on Sundays.
Yeah.
John MC, what's up?
Pull up peacefully, because we kept it peaceful.
Hey, we got the jokes on deck.
Yeah, man. I like. Matter of fact, let's just end the episode.
Okay.
We kept it peaceful.
Yep.
They did, and I think is it my fault?
No, it's not.
No.
I think it was just the zenness of
Yeah,
this
it's
area.
so,
Like,
I don't feel like roasting anybody
I can't come out here
when I'm
and-
out here. Like,
You can't roast with birds chirping in
yeah,
the
man.
background, like you know.
Man, it's the vibe.
yeah.
But let's.
That bitch.
Niggas gonna nig.
Shout out to producer Julius, man. He holding
Yeah,
it down.
producer.
But let's make
Julius
some
had it.
noise for my man Brandyn Bordeaux, y'all.
Thank you so
Hey.
much. Hey,
Like the Zoe podcast.
and shouts to you guys.
Oh yeah,
shout
shout
out
out
to
to
us.
us. And I'm Davey, and make sure that you guys stay away from the pirates.
Yeah, man. Don't feed the birds.
Hey,
Skirt.
we out.